Now this is very interesting, ICOW. Now please understand, there are so many myths in the market. People think that it is a add-on cover. No, answer is no, it is not an add-on cover. People think it can be purchased in isolation. Instead of taking BI policy, I will cover increased cost of working alone. This is again a myth. No, it cannot be done. ICOW cannot be purchased standalone basis. No policy can be issued. Okay. What you have to issue? Loss of gross profit policy, FLOP policy, file loss of profit policy. And this comes free of cost. This is a part and partial of your BI policy. Okay, there is no additional premium for this. It is built-in cover. Okay. Now, what is increased cost of working? This is the additional expenditure reasonably and necessarily incurred. Okay, with the sole intention of avoiding or minimizing the reduction in turnover and to mitigate loss of GP. So please understand, this is something, I'll give you hundreds of examples of this, so you will understand it better. So increased cost of working is what? Any additional expenditure the client has made, issued has made during the interruption period when the plant is closed to reduce the interruption period so that your plant starts early. That expenditure is known as increased cost of working. But two points are very, very important. Two words: reasonably and necessarily incurred. So expenses should be reasonable and they should be necessary. And with the sole intention, what is the purpose? It should not be in this expenditure in throwing 5-star hotel parties. No, that kind of expenses cannot be paid as increased cost of working. You cannot say, sir, I have called your foreign repairer and for entertainment, I have took him to 5-star hotel for a dinner. And this is the bill. Please give me increased cost of working. Sorry, it is not necessary and reasonable. And this entire purpose should be to avoid or reduce, minimize, mitigate loss of GP. Then only the company will pay. Why company is paying this additional expenditure? Because you are saving my loss. By doing this expenditure, ultimately, if you don't incur this amount, ultimately what insurance company will pay? They will have to pay more loss. So instead of paying 25 crores, if you are incurring some amount and saving my 5 crores of loss, if my loss is reduced from 25 crores to 20 crores, it means up to 5 crores expenses I can pay you. Do you agree or not? It is a simple logic. How much? Now, this is what is known as economy limit. What is the upper limit? Up to what extent I can pay you as increased cost of working is the limit up to what extent I have saved loss of GP. Loss of GP thereby avoided. मैंने कितना loss बचाया? How much loss of GP I have saved for the insurance company? That is my indemnity limit, upper limit. Now, in the same example, if by incurring 50 lakhs rupees, you save 5 crores of loss of GP for the company, will company not pay 5 lakhs? They will pay 50 lakhs also. They will pay 1 crore also, because you are saving more than what you are spending. But if you spend 10 crores and save 5 crores, will company pay 10? Surely not. There is no logic, because by spending 50 lakhs, if you are saving 40 lakhs, no company is a fool. They will not pay. This is simple maths. Okay. So what is the upper limit? How much you have saved. So this is what is the limit of, we call it economy limit. And the calculation method is here. Now you will, theoretically you have understood how much I can, maximum, how much I can pay? The maximum which I have saved. But how do you calculate how much I have saved? For that there is a formula. This formula we will understand while computing the loss. At the time of practical calculation of loss, I will apply the same formula, and that time you will understand what was my economy limit. Few days back only we have done a workshop for NIA, and in that this calculation was explained and everybody understood. It is not something a rocket science. So you will also understand. I'm 100% confident.
So anybody has a question, please raise your questions. Any doubt, any question, any further clarity we need?
Sir, why do we, is there any logic that in the IR policy we go for a difference method, whereas in the fire policy we go for an addition method for deciding the BI sum insured amount?
Very good question. I think I must clap for this question. Really wonderful question. I tell you the reason. Reason is, why do we insist in, listen, IAR policy, it is written that you should go only for difference method. The reason is, in difference method, the possibility of calculating gross profit is zero. Calculation error is zero. Whereas in other method, addition method, the possibility of error is very high. I tell you why. Because what is that other method? Other method is net profit plus standing charges. Standing charges can be as high as 100. I have seen balance sheets or your profit and loss accounts of Hindalco and your Rehan Power and your Anpara unit. There 600 standing charges, 800 standing charges. Now you will go mad, keep on adding every damn thing, your lighting expenses, your gardening expenses, your tea stall expenses, these are all your standing charges. So you will make a mistake of missing out some of these standing charges. There is every possibility. And the gross profit which you are calculating, that will not give you the correct picture. And you will attract underinsurance. And in difference method, now what is the formula? Sales turnover, you know, my sales turnover is 200 crores. My manufacturing expenses, only 5 components are there. Your raw material cost, your labor cost, your in-freight, freight, your packing material, and your consumables. Now, in which method the possibility of error is high? Tell me, which method? Actually, the possibility is high in case of addition method, where you have to add 800 add-on covers. Here you have to subtract only whether the industry is 10,000 crores or 1 lakh crore industry. Your manufacturing expenses will only be 5 or 6. That's all. So this is easier, na? And the possibility of error is zero. So I would recommend every time whenever your client asks, just tell him whether it is compulsory or not. Forget about addition method. Why to break your head, yaar? It will take 3 hours to calculate GP, whereas in 10 minutes you can calculate GP in any industry by difference method. Can't you? Yes or no?
Right.
Right. Good. Any other question?